but it saddens my heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have big bingo.
She wanted media instead cover an event downstairs.
I'm advising you to make a U-turn and go downstairs because you come for clickbait.
The meeting happened hours after the state comptroller suspended funds to South Suburban Dolton, where Henyard is also mayor. She's being accused of mismanaging taxpayer funds there. It took no time for the township meeting to turn combative.
So why aren't you paying the staff? I don't see the staff on here. I think that's a very important bill to pay. So do y'all want to amend that and add the staff bills? Because I don't see them in none of these bills lists. And then we don't never do agenda like this. So all this fluff you selling to the public is crap.
So we've been dealing with our fair share of insufferable assholes this month. We have Wade Wilson and we have Tiffany Henyard. Now we're taking a little backtrack over to Miss Tiffany Henyard because she is in some boiling water. When I tell you I didn't think things would fall apart this quickly, I really didn't think that. But listen, London Bridge is falling down because Chief Lacey has been fired. He's been indicted. And then Tiffany Henyard goes and rehires him. Tell me that's not the actions of somebody who is scrambling, panicking. My opinion is that she's trying to keep Lacey as close to her bosom as fucking possible because she doesn't want him running his mouth to the FBI, the police, everybody, like Keith Freeman is doing. So we have this power struggle going absolutely wild, but I do want to point out before we even get into this meeting, her voice, people, did you catch that? Listen, I stood up. I was in my bed last night and I was like, oh shit. This was me and I was like, oh, she is scared.
You are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have big bingo and not downstairs.
Does it sound like she's crying to you? You hear that voice crackle? Like it's not regular husky Henyard, folks. This is scared, maybe been crying downstairs Henyard. Pay attention. Rewind the intro. You'll see what I'm talking about. You should be downstairs. Where they playing bingo? Bitch sounds like she wants to cry. But anyways, people, we have this breakdown of the special meeting that she called, and it's basically her trying to bully her way into getting them to pay bills. And I will put on top of that the comptroller has cut off certain bills, certain payments over to Henyard, such as cutting the grass, certain jobs, because she hasn't reported the income of the city in 2 years. So things are really crazy. But let's get into this thing. Leave your comments behind. It's a shit show in Dalton right now, folks.
No, Keith Freeman do not work here. He's fired. So stop playing these silly games, Board of Trustees, and putting people's lives in jeopardy. So I'm here to tell everybody from the horse's mouth, which I made this statement at the board meeting. So it's nothing different. So any questions? Anybody questions?
So you guys know Keith Freeman did get a letter of termination. Okay? Now from this point on, do what you want. But anything after this is insubordination. Okay?
Any questions? Songs? And then always keep our mental in check because you know there's a lot going on. And I hate that y'all going through this stuff. Just for real. On some real stuff. Go see that y'all. Don't let nobody mess with your peace. Keep your peace. Whatever y'all can do. Keep it. But that's it. That's the only reason I can. Come nothing else. They put on a show called
Now, I do want to say that this video, where did this video come from? You know, I don't see the media outside. I don't see village trustees. I don't see staff walking around. This is a police officer more than likely. So we have him snitching on Tiffany Henyard. Listen, she is falling apart from the inside. I watched every channel, most channels coverage, and I didn't notice anybody point out that this is a person who's down by their chest. Like, I can't show you because the camera's too low, but they're over there filming in secret, big dog. You think they're filming because she wanted to report this to the rest of the world? Fuck no. And right now, right as we speak, Tiffany Henyard is raging and looking for the officer who posted this online. I promise you. That's why he was doing it so undercover. This is crazy. Even her police force don't like this lady. Let's continue. Let's get into the meeting.
This special meeting, we have downstairs, where we have big bingo, a ton of seniors in the building. I think you guys should take your cameras downstairs and actually talk to real voters that really tell you the facts of how they benefit from Thornton Township. So I'm advising you to make a U-turn and go downstairs, because you come for clickbait and not really what really helps the residents. They do.
What's here in there, but the tax.
Finance department.
When can we see that?
You can see it whenever you want. So let me just be crystal clear.
Right now?
Yeah, I'll see whenever you want. We're good as so if you wanted to really go over this, you could get on this before we got here, and then you guys create the back once again.
Now, keep in mind, he's saying, well, we want to see the financial department, but she always says, we'll talk to Keith Lee or Keith Fat Fuck, whatever his name is, right? It's always him, but he's not even a part of the financial department. The main problem is that she called this special meeting because she's trying to get certain things paid so that I'm assuming this deficit doesn't get worse and worse and worse. But listen, the comptroller's not even paying certain bills. The people who are supposed to give you money toward the end of the year, I don't even know exactly how it works. I just know they pay certain people. They're not even paying. So you think you're going to bully your trustees to help you when everybody, even your little police department, is turning against you? Come on now. And again, I still stand by what I said in the last couple videos. Chief Lacey is 1,000% snitching. He just don't even know it yet.
I had these bills prior to a whole month ago. I had every bill up. Y'all had questions, concerns, issues. Y'all had over a month to talk about every single thing up here. Robert Hunt just stated that he gave everything to the clerk. So you guys not doing your job, which is check the balance, to make sure that everything that you want is there. So how are we only paying some things when we got important bills that need to get paid no matter what? And y'all know that. This is not how you run operation. This is not how you run.
Okay, now this is why I say Gonzalez is not cut out for this job, because bro just smiles and kind of looks down like a dumbass and then looks up and he's like, well, you're wrong. Well, you know, that's not correct. And you're going to get he's a pushover, bro. I don't know how. I'm sorry, bro. That's just honestly how I feel. A lot of people feel differently. A lot of people feel the same. I don't think he belongs in this political atmosphere, because all he does is smile and he know you're wrong. But anyways, we have somebody else who actually stands up against Henyard, like for real, for real. No smiling, no cowering in the corner, none of that shit. Told her how it is. And all Tiffany could say at the end of it was, everything you said was a lie. Now moving on, in classic Tiffany fashion, let's go ahead and let's fast forward to what she had to say.
When we had our board meetings, but y'all didn't even pay nobody. From GA department to general fund department, you two, myself and trustee Darlene Gray Evans are the only two that agreed to pay everybody. So now, how are you guys saying that you ain't getting this, you're not getting it? Y'all call, well, y'all don't, let me take that back, y'all don't call. From my understanding, everything's getting to the clerk, so y'all reach out, have a sit down, go over it anyway. So if you guys have questions, please talk to Keith Price. Keith Price will answer any question that you have.
Finance director, so
Keith Price. If you have any questions, please talk to the lead thief of this department, the lead tick, fucking, you know what I'm saying, parasite of that department, Keith Freeman. And what I tell you, he's looking a little rounder today, doesn't he? What I say, he was going to keep getting fatter the more they steal money. His body is a gauge to how much money they're stealing. If you see Keith Price lose a little weight, guess what? They slowed down. But if he continues getting fucking huge, my 600-pound life, then they still stealing.
we can't answer finance. We have a finance director for that. If I ask finance questions, that should come from the finance director.
Trust me.
Not Keith Price.
You should forward your questions to Keith Price. So if you got a question for him, then you can get that. Hold on. I'm telling you how. We go like this anyway. So if you got a question again, for the record, so everybody out like an crystal clear, reach out to Keith Price to get your answers. If you have a question, reach out to Keith Price. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Don't come to a meeting acting like no one's giving you anything. When again, you have made 12 to 15 emails, right? And didn't show up to not one with staff. Now let's be crystal on that. With Robert Hunt, you made meetings with Keith Price, you made meetings with, and every department head in here, and you didn't show up to not one. So stop telling lies. And it's like y'all wanna just tear down the government here at Lawrence Township, and that's not right. Because you have been.
She said they tearing down the government. No, they're tearing down your fucking empire of bullshit, of horse shit. That's what they're tearing down. And it's not too hard to topple over either. You have too many people with too many privileges, man. You want to run a tight ship, you have a few people. Then the rest are grunt workers who don't know what's happening. You know? She had Keith Freeman. Now she has Lacey. Now she has the weasel face, fuck face who's over there in the corner. We got Keith Price. All these people can snitch on you. You're feeding too much people. That's what she don't get. You want to do some illegal shit? You can't have everybody balling out. What happens to the guy who has the coke addiction? Or the guy who has the lady problems? Or the guy, you know, who has the mortgage who he can't pay off because he has spending problems? All those people are going to come back and snitch on your ass, brother. Brothers and sisters, come on now. Watch No Pain, No Gain. It's an old Mark Wahlberg movie. Same concept, bro. You can't have too many people because a lot of people are going to be fucking morons. And in this case, Tiffany's one of them.
Way before me, you should want to run because there's a lot more going on since I came. It's been really busy. The numbers are all up. Been telling y'all this and saying this, but y'all ain't nowhere to be found. I'm everywhere. Y'all never there. And that's said, myself, Trustee Darlene, she the only one. We're the only ones that every single thing going down should happen. And if we have a board, and the board should just show up, but y'all won't do that. Just like downstairs, y'all in the same building. Why y'all just stop downstairs? Why? You in the same building as the residents, the seniors, but y'all wouldn't even stop downstairs with Big Bingo.
Yeah, because we don't want to watch fucking Big Bingo. We want to see how much money you stole from grandma in her tax return that she's living on Social Security off of. That's what we're interested in. We don't give a fuck about Big Bingo. They can have fun. Big Bingo. The fuck are you talking about? Big Bingo. You sound stupid. Yeah, you should go to Big Bingo. You should guys take a video of Big Bingo. Who the fuck is gonna watch the news to watch Big Bingo? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
We can also have a conversation. My line is out for any board member that's sitting here.
See, she wants to have that private communication. This is not what we're doing, ma'am. It needs to be public. What happened to transparency? What happened to transparency? Fuck. What happened to transparency? You know? She's as opaque as a piece of paper. Is that transparent, opaque, translucent? Yeah, she's as opaque as a piece of paper, bro. Come on now.
But I do want to pay the bills that is needed for us out there.
And I would like to say something.
So you want to go back and forth? We don't go back and forth for the people all day. That's what it is.
And the question is, you walk around as if you don't do anything, you don't make any decisions. And the first time I ever really questioned supporting this is when you went on this national platform and you said you didn't know anything about a foundation. But you forget that I was in certain rooms when certain things happened. And, you know, again, I always try to be tactful because, again, I don't like going back and forth. I don't like being center of attention. I don't like all this. But I don't like to feel like I'm being lied on. I don't like to feel like, you know, we're not telling the truth. And the reason I don't support you is because you were not honest about that foundation. I was in the room when it started. And then you came to my house after that unannounced and tried to get me to say somebody else started that foundation that did it. And so,
All right.
and I'm saying so
Okay.
again, so you're trying to say anything about
Tried to get her to say somebody else started that foundation. That's admission of guilt. Look at her smile. Look at the smile on her face. All this is going to, if she does end up going to court, and we don't know what it's going to be for. It could be for her actions as mayor. It could be for her actions as supervisor. It could be personal actions. We don't know. But whatever she does go to jail for, you think they're not going to bring that up? Her whole foundation, you think they're not going to look into that? They're looking into everything. And now she just signed herself up for the witness list type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want Henyard, if the prosecutors actually want Henyard, they can get her. Believe that. And at this point, we just don't know what they're about to try to charge her with.
Me not supporting for somebody else. I don't
put it
support
out
you
there.
because of you. I don't support you because, again, you act like you don't make decisions. You make every decision, you know, and maybe you didn't execute it, but I was there. I was your assistant for 2 years. So you sit up here week after week. You sit up here month after month and pretended. Like, and I've been kind to you. I've been patient, and I'm going to continue to be that way, you know. But, you know, for you to get up here and say, I'm not supporting you any other reason because of you, it's wrong, because I don't support you because of you. Not for Keith Freeman, not for anybody else. I don't support you because you're not on. You're not on.
Anyways, the meeting, honestly, not much productivity comes out of this meeting. I just want to point out someone actually standing up to Tiffany. The main situation so far, folks, the cliff notes, if you may. Chief Lacey still working. Keith Freeman supposedly fired, but the trustees say he's still working. So it's a lot of things happening right now. And honestly, there's going to have to be some type of third party intervention, because at this point, it's going to become its own tyrant state at this point. You know, the whole city is going to be the new city of Tiffany Henyard or some shit. It's about to get crazy in here. We got a cop who refuses to quit, a mayor who refuses to show financials, and a bunch of feds, bro. This has the workings to be the craziest season finale of Tiffany Henyard. I promise you that one. But anyways, people, I'm going to stay up to date with this as much as I can. Make sure you guys go check out the Wade Wilson calls. Those have been going crazy lately. But until then, people, I love you guys. Stay inside, stay safe. You know the vibes. If you're outside, stay dangerous. If you're outside, stay dangerous. I'm out of here.